Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here to do my mid-year goals check-in. So at the beginning of 2019, as per usual, I set myself a list of about 30 goals for myself consisting of sections in reading, writing, social media, and life goals. And now that it is the middle of the year, which is insane to believe, it's time to check in on them. I'm really curious to see how I'm doing this year with those goals because it's been a crazy year in my life. So without me rambling further, let's jump right in and get started. So I'm going to start off with my reading goals, and the first goal was my Goodreads reading challenge, which I do every single year. And this year I set my challenge at 30 books. I have read 15 books so far this year, and I'm about 2 books ahead of schedule. So I am definitely on track for this one, which is good to hear. The goal was to get back on track with my review books. I wish that I was back on track with my review books. My physical books that I've received from publishers and authors has slowly increased over this past 6 months, and my ebook arcs and review copies have also increased, and I just haven't been able to keep up with them, but I hope to change that by December, so let's cross our fingers and hope that is the case. The 3 was to read more local authors, so this means that reading authors from all over New England, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. I have not read a single book by an author from one of those 6 states yet this year. And I really feel bad. I did so well at this challenge last year because it was also something I wanted to do in 2018. So far this year, I just haven't had the chance. Next goal I set for myself was to read 10 ebooks, and I have read 1 this entire year. I'm just not an ebook reader, guys, but I'm going to hit that 10 goal mark if it's the last thing I do. Going along those same lines, my next goal was to read 10 audiobooks. I have read 1. I'm in the middle of my 2nd right now, so I love audiobooks. I prefer them over ebooks any day, but I need to get ahead of myself and read more or listen to more audiobooks. Next goal I set for myself was to read half of Stephen King's published work, which is a lot of books. I haven't read a single Stephen King book this year. I love Stephen King. I started reading his books last year. I just haven't had the chance to read one of his books this year, and I'm going to be doing a special project in September all about reading Stephen King, so be on the lookout for a video about that. But so far, as of right now, I have not read a Stephen King book this year. The next goal for myself is one that I definitely think I've hit, and that is to be more selective of the books that I accept for review. For the past 2.5, almost 3 years now, I was getting review books left and right, and I was getting emails from publishers and authors asking me to review some of their books, and 95% of the time I would say yes to every single one of them, hence why my list of review books is ridiculously long. But this year I have definitely cut back a ton on review books that I accept. Some of them have come from like NetGalley, and those are my more e-arcs, I guess you could say. But my physical ARCs copies, I have gotten maybe 3 this entire year. I've been very, very careful for what I accept. The last reading goal I set for myself was to go to a book signing, and I did this at the beginning of May. I went to the Nexus book signing in Boston with Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I had a blast. I had an entire vlog for that. I'll go ahead and link it on the screen. But yeah, I had a blast. And the last goal that I set for myself as far as reading is a little bit weird. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to accomplish this. That was to make Boston a more bookish city. And this is kind of why I don't go to many book signings, is because not a lot of my favorite authors come to Boston. And I want to bring more popular authors to Boston, because unless you're kind of a local author, not a lot of big name authors like Sarah J. Maas come to Boston. I really hope that changes in the future. Moving on to my social media goals, I have only about 5 or 6 set for myself this year. The first one of those was to be more active on my blog. I started my blog around the same time as I started this channel, and I kind of had moments where I've gone back and forth of being active on my blog. When I did the biennial Babysalon back in January, I was a blogger host, so I was very active during that time period, and that stayed consistent for the first like 3 or 4 months of the year. In May and June, I haven't been as active, but I'm trying to be more active. But so far so good this year on being more active on my blog. The next goal for social media was to do one review per month on this channel, and that has not happened. I was planning on doing it, and it just never happened. So yeah, that won't probably be accomplished at all. The next challenge or goal, I should say, that I set was to co-host or create a readathon. This was accomplished literally in the first 3 weeks of the year, as I was again a blogger host for the biannual bibliothon. I was also the co-host for the musicathon back in March. So yes, this goal has been accomplished. Next goal for myself that I set was to be more active on my DIY channel. I've also done this. I've been, up until April, I was posting a single video every single month, or at least trying to. These past couple months I haven't been able to do that because I've been very busy, but January through April, this goal was accomplished. My last social media goal was to do a stream on Twitch. Twitch is kind of similar to YouTube, as it is a streaming service where it's primarily for gamers, but you can also do like ASMR and live stuff and art on there. And I've wanted to do a stream for about 6 to 8 months now. I got really into Twitch last year when I got really into gaming, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning on doing one in July. The last social media goal I set for myself was to hit 1K subscribers here on YouTube. This was just for fun. I will put that out there. I have never been into YouTube for the subscriber count or the money or anything like that. I just thought this would be a little bit of a fun idea to put a subscriber goal, I guess you could say, on my goals list. And this hasn't happened yet, but I'm completely fine with that. I, again, have never been in it for the subscriber count. It's just for fun, and if we hit 1K subscribers by the end of the year, that's great. If not, I'm fine with that. Okay, moving on to writing goals. None of these have been accomplished this year. The first one of those was to keep working on my fantasy novel. So I started writing this novel back in NaNoWriMo 2017. It was actually the year I won NaNoWriMo with that novel. And I continued working on that up until the beginning of last year, and then I just put it down. And I went back and reread it last October to prepare for NaNoWriMo 2018, and I realized it was absolute garbage and decided to rewrite the entire thing during November of last year for NaNoWriMo 2018, and then I ended up not being able to accomplish NaNoWriMo because I was extremely busy with work, and then I just haven't touched that book since. I do want to return to it. I don't know when, though. I am just too busy as of right now to work on it, but maybe it will happen. This goal was to start my contemporary project. Again, this hasn't happened either. I just haven't had the time. This might be my NaNoWriMo project for this year. I haven't exactly thought about it yet, though, but it might be. The goal I set for myself for writing was to do more writing related posts / videos here on my YouTube channel and on my blog. I have updated on my blog quite a bit about writing and how that's going in the past couple of years since I started my fantasy novel, but I haven't posted a ton here on YouTube besides NaNoWriMo. So we'll see if that happens later on in the year. And the last section of goals is very short, and that's just my life goals for this year. The first one of those was to lose at least 50 pounds, and I am kind of sort of on track to do that. I've struggled with my weight for years, and I just want to lose weight this year. This is also a goal I set for myself last year, and I started off the year really low last year, and then just didn't keep up with it. This year I have tried to continue on a steady progress to lose 50 pounds. As of right now, when I'm recording this video, I've lost about 15. So that's good. Let's see if the 50-pound goal will be achieved. The last goal that I set for myself and my life for this year, as well as in general, is to learn a language. Again, this is on my list of goals last year. It hasn't happened yet. I, again, just haven't had the time with work being so busy and with school as well. But it's definitely something I want to do in the near future. And that is everything I have for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what some of your goals for this year were and how you're doing on them, as I would love to know. And as always, I will link all my social media links linked down below for you guys to go check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. All that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye!